Okay, I love this, but I don't want to forget because you were talking about spirit guides. If they came into us, we would just explode, right? Well, I had a dream last night that Paul and I were on the moon. I don't fucking know what we're, I always dream about space, like whatever. But we're on the moon, and these people are like testing this rocket and showing us how it works. And we knew if they used ice, it would be bad, and they were using ice. Even though we told them not to use ice, I don't know, I'm not an engineer. Like, what? So they used ice. Everybody that was there for the tour, the thing blows up. Paul and I were just far enough away to where we got blown over. It exploded. Like the rocket exploded or whatever it was. I could hear people calling for help. Like I'm still there's fire blowing over us, right? I'm down, Paul and I are down on the ground, like huddled, trying to stay underneath because you can't, like you're gonna get singed. But we're on the ground, uh, trying to stay away from this explosion, and people are burning to a crisp, calling for help. What the fuck? I know that you don't analyze, but she said if your spirit guides come into your body, there would be an explosion. And I know that the moon means intuition-ish, like in tarot, etc., symbology, and connecting with your intuition.
Or
And
emotion, right? Because like our moon sign, astrology.
Uh-huh. Yeah. And then everything exploded.
That's interesting. Were you
What
on the moon?
the fuck? Yeah.
I missed the end because I was getting downloads. When you said we knew it would be bad, there's
Yeah.
something. Oh, I can feel it again. There's something there.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what. And I was told I'm asking the wrong questions. I've asked several things. I don't know what to ask. I am asking the wrong shit. Because I asked if it's a different dimension. I am getting a pull for that, but I'm not. The further questions, I'm not going in the right direction. So there's something to that.
Something about ice, specifically.
I can literally feel like a ball in my hands, like a circular ball was just placed in my arms and my lap. I don't know.
Okay, I have a question for you. Will it affect this life? This? Sorry, person over there.
I just got this like pressure all up on me. I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. I don't fucking know.
Weird.
I'll do some writing on that, and we'll start. I'm trying to focus on what I was talking about now. No, I can start doing it. Yeah, I don't know.
I love it.
Getting distracted now.
But so that's the interesting thing about dreams. I haven't lucid dreamed in a very long time, but my dreams are so fucking vivid. Like I could feel the fire, waving over me. Like, holy fucking, like that shit's hot. And then these people are getting charred, almost like that scene in the Terminator.
I was about to say that. As soon as you said it, that's what it reminded me of. Her at the fence.
Yes.
Fire.
Yes. And we just happened to be lucky enough to where we were, not completely, we were affected, but not completely affected by it. So I'm not asking you to like decipher anything, but you have really vivid dreams too, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Very.
What do you think about them? Are they nightmares? Are they fun? Does it depend?
Most of the time they're interesting. Very rarely do I get a nightmare, but when I get a nightmare, they're very, very intense.
Yeah.
Like rather horrifying. They always start the same way, where it's a nice, beautiful, sunny day, and then these clouds roll in really, really, really fast. And usually, if I don't change it before the clouds roll in, I'm screwed.
So you can change it during the dream.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. If I notice it's going to turn into a nightmare, yes, I can change it before it happens. But if I don't in time, then I'm totally SOL.
So is this in like a normal dream, or are you lucid dreaming?
Oh, I can lucid dream. Well, a lot of time, I don't know. I've gotten kind of bored of lucid dreaming, I would say. It's, after you've done so many things in it, and you do it, you've been doing it since you were like 8 or 9 years old.
Yeah.
It's kind of more fun to kind of just let your mind take over and
Yeah.
do what it wants,
Mhm.
you know, and just let it build a dream. But every now and then, yeah, you might be like, yeah, it's kind of boring. Let's go change it completely. You just snap your fingers and it's totally different dream. Or you can go back into dreams. That's always fun too.
But as long as it's not a nightmare.
Yeah, as long as it's not a nightmare. But like, you know, say like last night, I don't remember my dream last night because I had a very shocking phone call from this little guy at like 6:15 this morning. And
Nice.
I heard it was Candice's ringtone, so it freaked me out.
Mhm.
So I just perked up real fast. So I didn't really get a chance to like actually remember my dream
Mhm.
because it just yanked me out very fast. But it's like, say I was enjoying last night's dream
Mhm.
tonight, if I wanted to, I could go right back into it.
Okay, how the hell do you do that?
You know, I'm not totally sure. Okay, so normally what I'll do is I'll think about it, being
Mhm.
like, okay, that dream was fun. Like, let's say I was, you know, I'm gonna bring up the moon again. Let's just say I was on the moon jumping around. I'm like, I want to go back into that.
Okay.
I'll start to think about it before I go to sleep, and
Okay.
then eventually when I pass out, I'll pop up on the moon. I don't know. It kind of just happens now.
Interesting.
So I can make a dream go on for, you know, months if I really wanted
But
to.
when you started, that's how you would tell me to go into something, is to think about it prior. And
Think
when
about
I'm
it,
doing
yes.
research on lucid dreaming, which I've done it a few times, you write out where you want to be first.
Yeah, and what
Before you
wanna
go to
do.
bed, what is it you're doing? Where are you going?
Yeah.
And
Okay,
there's
so
steps
always
to learning how to do it.
There's a lot of steps. They have apps for it, I guess, nowadays. I
Yeah.
don't know how good they are. I've never downloaded one because I don't need it.
You don't need
But
it.
most of the time, you got to start out with if you don't remember your dreams, for example, is you got to start out writing in a journal. I will remember my dreams,
Mhm.
and you do that for about 10 minutes before you go to sleep. And then as soon as you wake up, the first thing you got to do is write down your dream in as much detail as humanly possible.
Okay.
Every time you wake up,
Every time you
any
wake
bit,
up.
because as an old teacher of ours once coined it, it's like you're giving your brain a test. Like, so it's you're testing it. So every time you're telling your brain, there's like a pop quiz coming up. Every time you have a dream, you got to write that shit down.
Yeah.
And so
Okay.
it gets the ball moving in that direction
Yeah.
to remember. Once you
Okay.
start remembering, you write all that down. Then you remember those. Then you go into one by writing down the dream that you were in over and over and over again. And I can attest this does work. I have done this method before.
Yeah.
I was doing it for a while, and it does fucking work.
It will
Love
take some
that.
time. It can take some time depending on people, who you are, you know.
Mhm, mhm.
And then I guess what the trick you did to figure out you were dreaming is she took her finger.
No, that's what you told me to do.
Oh, okay.
He always tells me I just start flying every fucking time. I'm like, can I fly or not? And the minute I start flying,
fuck around and find out energy right here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So she'll just be like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna jump off this bridge and hope it works. But one way to do it is you take your finger and push it into your hand, and if it pushes your skin out and you don't really feel anything, then you're dreaming. And then that's when you start to change things.
Okay, so I've heard a couple of things. My dreams are wild. My dreams are wild. So you're not supposed to die. That's bullshit. I've died so many times. I got my head cut off.
That's how I get up. That's how I'll force myself awake sometimes. Like out of nightmares, is killing myself in it. Yeah, it'll wake you up.
what else? Now I forgot. Killing yourself is probably the biggest thing. I definitely feel pain or pleasure. What other myths are there about dreaming? Do you remember any?
Yeah, we should look them up. Myths about dreaming. I don't really know. Yeah, I know the death one. People are, you know, I read it on Reddit at one point. They were like,
talk about the totems too. Sorry to interrupt you.
Well, I don't know. Do you need a totem right now?
No, I don't.
For everybody else?
I do not.
I don't know. Okay, so if everybody's ever seen the movie Inception, you know they have totems. You definitely want to do that. Like, I definitely don't recommend dreaming about things that you see every day because you will confuse your mind here at some point.
Okay.
Because I've done that before. So you make a totem, something that's different in dreamland versus in real life, like a loaded die.
How was it different?
Or the hand thing. The hand thing can be a totem. It's like, oh, look, I'm not dreaming.
Okay, so being able to fly was a totem.
Or a bouncing red ball, you know, from American Dad. He sees a shiny red ball bounce through and he thinks he's dreaming. That was his trigger for lucid dreaming.
Okay, I don't know. Okay.
Also, there's we were watching the show Evil. I mean, it was out a while ago, And she was told that you can't read in your dreams. So if you look at a piece of paper and you can't read it, then you're dreaming, obviously. That is also a myth. I can read in my
Yeah, I
dreams.
was just say I can read.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
everything.
Yeah, literally, yeah.
And I think even if I couldn't, I think my brain would still process it.
Yeah, I think it would too.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not for everybody though.
Oh, maybe not.
That's what I was thinking. I've had books and dreams,
Everybody's different.
but yeah, my dreams are not like your guys's. It's not as clear. He can see. He's driving down streets the other day. He knows what street he's on. Like literally, he goes from Orange County in his head to Anaheim. Literally drives the whole way there. What the fuck is that?
Why?
I'm not having dreams like that. He knows all the street names and shit.
Yeah.
What are we talking? He's like in his dream going on a bike down each street. Like what?
That actually reminds me of astral projection. Like that's
Dream walking is what I was. Dream. I was thinking dream walking, which I think is different, but similar idea. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think it is?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, they're really vivid, and like one thing that kind of has pulled me recently is alternate realities. That's what I'm looking into a window, but it's like I'm still in control. So it's like, am I just taking over some random Brian's alternate reality?
You're probably
That's what
not
I was
taking
asking.
over.
That was my question when she was talking about the moon. I said, "Is this a different dimension?" And that's what I was asking her earlier today.
Yeah.
Is this some other dimension? But that's not. That's when I got like you're asking the wrong question. I don't, and I'm getting a pull for that. I don't know that we're getting somewhere, but that's not it.
Oh,
Kanan agrees. We're getting somewhere. Then we're getting somewhere.
Let's throw a party. What it reminds me of is this is a Terry Pratchett thing. Anybody that's not read Terry Pratchett isn't going to understand. It's called borrowing. So if you, oh my God, how do I explain this? If I decide to visit Candice, I can see and feel and do everything that Candice is doing. I love you guys so much. But I'm not controlling. I feel like I am Candice and I'm doing everything that Candice is doing, but I'm not controlling. I'm borrowing. Does that make sense?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, so if I were to, he was saying, am I taking control of the other Brian? And the answer that I'm kind of getting,
I'm getting a pull for it, but I'm not processing what you're saying.
it's okay. So if we wanted to, for instance, be inside of a raven, you would take your mind, we would go to sleep, you would take your mind like Bashar does.
Yeah, I got it now. Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
So you take your mind, you go to the raven, we're not controlling, we're not doing anything, we're just visiting. Even though it feels like we're controlling, we're not. We're just visiting.
Interesting. That could be it. Or am I just influencing thoughts and putting ideas in their head?
Nope.
I don't know. I have no idea.
I'm telling you, I'm getting an answer for you.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Thank you.
You asked a question, I'm getting it for you.
Okay. So then I have a question. Is lucid dreaming like creating your own reality?
You are asking the wrong person. I feel like lucid dreaming is a waste of my time. I don't understand it. I don't care about it. I've done it before to fly because I'm scared of heights. So to me, it's like, okay, I'm lucid dreaming. It's the first fucking thing I do. I climb up on whatever highest thing I can get to and I fly. But what's interesting is my mind is still there because I always fall. It's like being on a trampoline, a really big trampoline. So I go up and then I come down, and then I go up and then I come down. So I do not know. I know everybody loves lucid dreaming. I just don't. I just personally don't know the point. You know what I mean?
To me, I picked it up mainly because when I was a kid dealing with trauma, I guess, is probably where, because I guess I don't have to go into too much detail. My dad and my stepmom weren't exactly like playing with me, so it was a way for me to play. So I think that's where I kind of started. I don't know, because I self-taught. I didn't even know that lucid dreaming was a thing until like I was doing it, and then I had no idea that was nobody else, not nobody else, but a lot of people didn't know didn't do that. That was really weird to me. That was like when she told me she doesn't have pictures in her head
Yeah.
or an inner monologue. I was like, wait, what? Like, you don't? I want to trade. Can we trade for a day?
I know
Just
that
way
would
you,
be, I
you
don't,
can
I
see what
don't,
it's like.
yeah, I don't understand how it would be like. I just looked it up real quick. This said lucid dreaming cultivates a greater awareness. So this awareness is a heightened sensitivity of the contents of your own mind. By becoming increasingly aware of your mind when you dream, you're also becoming aware of its contents while awake.
Interesting.
And
Okay.
again, the only thing I think of when I'm lucid dreaming is that I want to fly.
Same.
I-
It's so good. It's so good.
Super fun. But
It
going to
is.
space is better.
Okay, speaking, I'm so glad you said that. Since you can lucid dream, this is why you want to lucid dream. Can you go talk to source? Can you go back into source? What does that look like? Go fucking go to source.
Okay.
Go find these ET people. Go find Aaron. Fucking go find Arrow. Go find Bashar. What are we doing here? There's so many people I could, man, there's a lot of things I could be doing.
Yes.
Yeah, go to source. Go
Okay.
directly to source.
I'll try that tonight.
Yeah. All right, we need notes.
Okay.
All right, there you go.
I mean, is it going to be any different than, so this was also a dream. The most powerful dream I think that I've ever, I have a really powerful positive dream and I have a really powerful negative dream. But the positive one was when my grandfather died, and I could see the angels coming to get him, angels, spirits, whatever you want to call him, from source, call them, coming to get him. And I knew once they reached his body, he was going to die. So I'm watching these things. I wish I could paint this because this is just flipping amazing. But they were bounding kind of like deer, just these white lights. And I could hear almost like, I swear it was almost like a singing, almost, or just this constant, beautiful hum, almost like a harp or a violin or whatever. Anyway, when they got to his body, he did die. Pulled his soul out of his body. He turned around and said, "Thank you." And he thanked his body, like, which I don't know. I find that amazing. As he's going up to source, it was the most beautiful love. Like, there was no hate, there was no question, there was nothing but love. But I don't mean like, I love you guys. I mean love, like unconditional, powerful, beautiful love. And that's why, one of the reasons why I think I can connect to source so easily, because I can remember that sensation. So that's what I think it would feel like. It's absolutely amazing.
Interesting.
I think, okay, so I can get to the feeling for that because of some of the ETs that I'm in cahoots with. That's how they communicate. And that's how I know if it's someone I should be talking to. I'm getting it all over right now. When you started talking about it, but it also felt masculine. And I don't know if it's because your grandpa or because of who came to get him. Who came to get him. Okay. It feels very masculine, and I'm getting more responses for that. But I can describe what it feels like, but to see it, I see, the only thing I've ever seen for that is pink. But other than that, to see it, I wouldn't know what that would look like. So I would be interested, man, I there's a lot of things I think I could do with some of that.
I know, it's just amazing. It kind of reminds me of if there was a billion suns in the sky, not like a huge sun, just pinpricks of sun, but like each one had this whitish, bluish, pink, yellow aura. So each and every single one, and there are a billion of them coming to get him, but it wasn't like coming to get you. It was like, hey, your time is done, let's peace out. Don't worry about your family. We got them. We got you. It's just Absolutely brilliant. And I had this dream at a time when I was doing really, really bad with my parents, and my daughter and my ex. So it was kind of, even though it was a prophetic dream because he died the way I saw it, it was also the feeling that I needed in the moment to know that that was out there, you know?
Oh, totally. I think
Yeah.
that like jump started a lot of things.
Yeah.
I'm getting a lot from them right now, and I'm so fully distracted. I'm trying to listen, but I'm so fully distracted. I also want to try something. See if you guys feel this. Okay. I'm gonna see if they'll do it. I don't know if they will or not. Do either of you guys feel anything?
I feel lighter.
Okay. How about you?
I just feel like I'm meditating, but I feel like it's because I'm waiting.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I
was just asking them to give you hugs to see if they would move any of this energy towards you guys. And when I asked for you, I'm like losing the vision of everything around me except for on you. That's
interesting. I do feel a little bit of a pressure. You had to tell me that though.
okay. It's like, a pressure. It's like an energetic hug.
Yeah. Okay.
And everybody feels it in a different spot.
But it's in my forearm.
Yes, it's my forearms.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay.
Yes.
Interesting. What's great about
I started
this?
feeling it there just because you guys said that, or
okay. Just like
I felt lighter at first.
Okay.
But I'm curious if it was.
I'm curious too. It's just interesting. I've never thought to do that, but they're they're very present right now. So I'm trying to feel it through, but it's hard to think.
I love that though. What I love is that even though a lot of people think that just because we're on Zoom, that we can't send energy to each other. Energy is automatic. Like it jumps from me to you. It doesn't have to go from here to you.
I'm gonna try something else.
Is it like quantum entanglement?
I don't fucking know.
Oh.
Poor Brian.
Oh, you're not. He's gonna distract him. Let me try something while he's got the baby. Okay, I'm gonna try sending what I feel instead of asking them to do it. I'm gonna try to send what I'm feeling to you. Done.
Oh, I'm getting a little goosebumps. But again, I think it's hard to. It feels like what Brian said because I'm waiting.
Okay.
Right. I'm just curious.
Man, I'm in like a blanket of it right now. I don't know what they're doing, but it's very distracting.
I love it. What are they?
Probably because I keep talking about them, I guess, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know.
Yeah. I love that.
Like full frontal fucking hug. It's a trip. It's not what you think it would be. It's because we have these human ideas, like you were saying before, of what we think something's gonna be. And that's not how things are presented. When I see certain collectives, because they don't have physical bodies, they're energetic, they're light bodies. All I see is a color. That's it.
Oh my God. I wonder if that's what I saw in my dream. I mean, it was light. It was light bodies.
Yeah, like when I call, I'm getting truthies, when I call someone in or call those without conditions of love to come in. And originally, when I first started channeling, I would see like this little orb come through every time. And it would just get closer and closer and bigger and bigger and bigger.
Like that.
It depends on who's coming through though now. Like Aries just like, I'm here. Like, what's up? We're here. We're connected. Hi. But that's not how some of them come through. Some of them are literally, they don't have physical fucking bodies.
Yeah, when I did my first channeling with Travis Holt, he took us through this whole meditation and to meet a spirit guide specifically. So he takes us up through these stairs and through this forest into a door, into a cabin. You meet your spirit guide, and my spirit guide was an Aborigines. I don't know what to call them. I have no idea. But his name was Kinsey, and he was all light, all bright. Like I couldn't see him. So this is kind of interesting. I don't normally try to talk to him because it feels like you have to go all the way down into meditation to talk, you know.
That's a lot of steps for it.
It was, and we had to
Yeah.
come back out of it. So we
Oh,
helped
geez.
us go in with all these steps, say hi to our spirit guide, and then you have to close out. Otherwise, you're just, I don't know, open to the world. I don't even know. Is she like uh, writing, channeling?
Yes.
Mhm.
She's doing
I love
something.
that.
She's writing something down.
I love that.
Sorry.
No,
I
go
had someone new come through it hasn't happened yet. I'm so excited right now.
keep
I'm
going.
not going to say this right now. I'll tell you later.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
gonna
yeah, keep
process this first.
Brian, when do you remember when you first started having really vivid dreams?
I was young, really young. I would say probably 6.
Do you ever feel like you know what the hell it, like for instance, a lot of scientists say that it's just our brain like going through the day. So do you ever think that it's that or spirit guides, or do you ever try to decipher?
No, I don't think I ever did. There was one dream that it was more of a nightmare. It wasn't more of a nightmare. It was totally a nightmare that I used to have, a reoccurring one when I was a kid. And it'd be in my mom's jacuzzi, right? And then all of a sudden the water would drain out of it. And I'd be, at the bottom, but then it would drop down, like 200 feet. So I'd be stuck in this jacuzzi hole. But it was like, you've been like, to like Disneyland where like the elevator extends. It was like that. It wasn't like it just opened into a big hole. It just was just like, boop. And then I was stuck at the bottom, and it used to freak me out. I used to have it quite a lot.
Okay.
And I don't know what that was from, because I'm a really good swimmer. So I was like, I don't know. I was feeling trapped about something. That was my decipherment about it. But I don't know. I never really sat there to kind of figure it out, because I started lucid dreaming pretty quickly after that.
Interesting.
Yeah. So it was like most of the time I took them over as a kid.
I like that.
Yeah.
Now normally for me, if I dream about water, it's about emotion.
Okay.
Some type of emotion. The water draining out of the jacuzzi. When did you stop having that one? Do you remember?
10, maybe 11.
That is giving me anxiety. Think about, we're gonna do shadow work on camera.
All right.
Of course. Think about the things that you go through when you have a difficult childhood. When you have all the emotions and you don't know what to do with them because you have parents that don't know how. This isn't how I mean to say this. I was going to say how to deal with you, but this is not what I mean. Your parents didn't know how to be parents, how to be good parents.
Yeah.
So instead of having all those emotions, maybe you like literally erase them.
Maybe.
And not only erase them, keeping yourself, even though it felt like a nightmare and you're trapped in this hole, imagine the boundaries in there. Like you're in the earth. You don't have to feel your emotions, but nobody's in there with you.
Yeah.
Except for what you want to bring in.
Yeah.
So that's super interesting. You had that when?
Oh, it was like 6 or 7, and I had it for years.
Yeah.
Just randomly. I used to also have this weird other thing where I'd be dreaming, and I would get woken up by a loud bang on the wall or something. It used to startle the shit out of me. But I knew it was just in my head, because there wouldn't be like, there was times where my dad's house would get really windy. So it's like maybe it was a tree falling, but it was like there's no trees, there's no lightning, there's no thunder. And like, I'd throw the covers over my head and I'd be terrified, shaking. Like, and I'd look around, I'm like, okay, there's nothing going on. But yeah, it was like either loud, young, 9, 10. That stopped happening when I was, I don't know, like 20-ish. And I used to sleepwalk too.
That's another whole discussion. So if you hear pretty much anything while you're sleeping now, except for like I have dogs, and if Monty's on the bed and Bella's trying to get on the bed, he will yell at her. Do you see how dark it is here?
Yeah, it got
Like
really
it
dark.
went from, it's
Yeah.
about to storm.
Lucky I'm on storm.
Bella will yell at her. So I mean, Monty will yell at my cat. So like that's different. But if you hear something that's not there, one of the reasons is because that's when you're the most open. Your spirit guides are trying to get your attention.
So they make a loud bang and scare the shit out of me.
I got to interrupt. It's so funny you just said that. They want me to go do some channeling right now. They're not disconnecting. So I'm going to go do that because I was like, man, I'm going to wait for her to stop talking to say that. This is so inappropriate. I'm going to bail on the podcast right now. I am. They're not disconnecting. I hear you say that. I got to go.
Yeah. They're getting your attention. And I won't keep you for much longer.
Bye.
Sorry.
I won't keep you for much longer because Paul's going to be home soon anyway.
Now it's the C&B show.
Look, we got matching bracelets, right? Or we got bracelets anyway.
Yeah, we got bracelets. I don't know about matching.
That's what I want, is a lava one. So now I'm kind of guessing here. I'm trying, since I know you, I'm trying to separate like what I know of you and getting a message at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
But in your 20s, think about it. Like you've already become a teen, you've gone through, and now you're an adult. You don't have to deal with bullshit anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You block yourself off from anything and everything that you don't want, which can include spirit guides.
Yeah.
Now, I still have vivid dreams, but I'm curious if you have such vivid dreams because that's when you're the most open.
Probably.
Yeah.
Wouldn't surprise me. Yeah.
So I would just, if you want to be, here's me giving advice without asking you. You know what? I'm not going to be toxic. Do you want advice?
Sure. Always.
You can say no. You can say
always.
You can do what Candice does, which is to get out of her head, she writes. I know you're so good at meditation. I would normally say meditation, but I think that's a disassociation for you because it kind of is for me too.
Yeah.
So something that helps take you out of your mind. We know you can't paint because you're a perfectionist, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I would love for you to be able to paint, but like
I'm working on one.
I know, but since you're a perfectionist, you're not able to. I want you to get into your heart space while you do that. Maybe try while you're painting, listening to 963 hertz music.
Okay.
Or your favorite music.
963. Hold on, let me write that down.
I'll remind you. I'll text it to you.
Okay.
Yeah. Or your favorite music.
Okay.
That is the easiest, best way. It doesn't matter what the lyrics are, as long as it's giving you happy, high vibes. Like that's the music that you listen to. So depending on my mood for the day, I'll listen to 80s music. I just started listening to Rufus du Sol, which freaking Candice and Paul knew about. See, like ask her. I'll text you that too. They're amazing.
Okay.
Or Great Spirit, which is kind of a it's through Hilight Tribe, and their drums and music. It's kind of like in Native American type Indian music. Just so superb. So depending on my mood, I will put on some music, and it just helps you like go with the flow and get out of your head a little bit.
Okay.
Really curious if that'll help you and anybody that is watching. But on that note, did you wanna say anything else? Really quick recap. How did you get into lucid dreaming?
I was escaping my childhood. I think that's the best answer for you.
Yeah, no. Yes. What were the steps for you to get into lucid dreaming?
Okay, so I didn't like the steps. I didn't really I just kind of picked it up as a
Mhm.
kid. Like I just started naturally being able to take over it.
Mhm.
It took years, obviously, but the steps would be to start writing down that if you don't remember your dreams, to remember your dreams. Do that
Mhm.
for like 10 minutes before you go to sleep, like right before you go to sleep, not 10 minutes and then watch a movie or something.
Yeah.
Has to be literally right before you lay down. And then in the morning, you write every detail possible about your dream. And you
Nice.
do that for, I don't know, about a month.
Okay.
And the dreams start getting more and more vivid the more you test your brain on it. Because as I was reading on Reddit, if your brain's tested on something, you'll remember it better.
Mhm. Okay.
So it's you, as Candice was saying, you're basically testing your brain to start remembering dreams. And at some point, you won't have to write them down anymore. And then you got to figure out some sort of a dumb word to use, but trigger to realize that you're dreaming. And
Okay.
again,
So
like I was trying, doing the put your finger through your palm. If your finger goes through and starts pushing out the other side, you're dreaming.
okay.
So, and then after that, you can start changing things, and that'll take some practice, but and then you just got to be careful not to wake yourself up.
And like this, I mean, I don't know if this is true or not, but this says lucid dreaming cultivates a greater awareness in your waking life, which I think is now I'm kind of more interested in it,
Yeah.
curious about, because for me, I have such vivid dreams that it really doesn't matter if I'm lucid dreaming or not.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I mean, I dreamt about the moon last night. Who
Right.
cares? I can't. That might be another thing. I feel like I can't do things that are that interesting. You know what I
You
mean?
can with practice.
Yeah, my brain comes up with some weird shit. But yeah, I
Yeah.
guess instead of just flying, I'd be like, hey, let's go to the moon. Let's go to Saturn.
Or you do one thing that was really fun for me to do for years was you make your own like solar system.
Oh shit. Okay.
And you start building things. Then it gets
As an introvert, that sounds amazing.
because you're by yourself and you just build things.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I need you, man. Anybody that is super interested in this conversation, if you are a reader, Hank Green, I'm gonna have to look up the title because it is a mess, but I really want Candice to read this. But everybody that likes this conversation will love this book. Look it up real quick. An absolutely remarkable thing. It is remarkable. It's one of my favorite books, and it has to do with what we're talking about right now. It's real world, but it has to do with a young adult. And I really it's sort of sci-fi, like it's on the edge of sci-fi.
Okay, I'm down.
You would love it.
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite freaking books. Yay! Anything else on lucid dreaming? Anything? Anything that Caden wants to tell us?
He's like, I won't go back to Danny. Go.
You gotta have priorities.
No, I don't think I have anything else. I mean, if people have questions, they can always ask.
Yes.
I hate to say it, I'm not necessarily the best teacher, but it's like if I have a question, I can at least answer it for you.
Yeah.
I just everybody's different when it comes to dreams. So
yeah,
you gotta kind of feel everything out when it comes to the person, because you never know what's gonna work best for them.
Yeah, and if this grows the way Candice and I are hoping, we'll have a community that will help each other.
Yeah.
So, I could have a question, like, why in the hell am I dreaming of lava? I didn't know that until Lily turned like 25. That was my big, what's it called when you keep dreaming? Not recall. When you dream and dream and dream about the same shit.
Oh, I'm not sure.
I can't remember.
Not sure what it's called.
But I would dream about lava, and this lava would chase me down.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. And it was because I felt like, because Lily, I feel like Delilah is going to be like this. Lily made me feel like I had to be 2 steps ahead.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
And I had to be 2 steps ahead of the lava.
Yeah. Yep.
Once I recognized reoccurring, I think that was the word.
There you
Once
go.
I recognized what was going on, then I stopped having lava dreams.
There you go. Okay.
So I know dreams are there for a reason. Sometimes they're just so symbolic that you're just like, what? Like,
Yeah. What is going on here? Yeah.
yeah. But
Yeah.
I love this. Thank you so much for joining us. I cannot wait to see what Candice is getting up to. This is amazing.
I know. Me too. I don't know. She looked very, very, what's the word? Like she lost a lot of energy doing whatever she was doing. So I'm kind of curious to see what's going on. Obviously, I'm not going to interrupt her. I'll wait for her to come out.
Yeah.
And then I'm sure she'll call you as soon as she comes out. So I'll get to hear all about it.
And please, if you feel comfortable, please join us every Friday. I would love that. I really want this to be not just a female thing. This is a human.
Yeah.
Or if any aliens want to join, like, it can be a being thing.
There you go.
Oh!
No.
All right.
Candice brings out some inner aliens.
Yes. All
That'll be
right. Well, I
fun.
hope you guys have a great Friday.
All right. Thanks, Christina.
Bye.